What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Tuesday, May 18th, and we are back. We had the day off yesterday, no NBA basketball. Got a fresh haircut for the play-ins in the playoff game, but we're back. Since we only have a limited slate, we only got 2 games on today. We're talking about Pacers Hornets is the early game, Celtics Wizards is the late game. We're going to switch it up since we're never going to have a full slate of NBA games on, probably for the rest of the season. So in each game, I'm going to give you my best bet. I'm going to give you a same game parlay that I'm placing. It's going to be relatively conservative. And we're doing some leans for team spreads and over-unders. And I'll link them all below. So we'll have some timestamps down below. If maybe you're like, dude, I have no desire in listening to someone talk about the Pacers-Hornets game. Can't blame you. But you can click that timestamp down below. If I'll have one for the Pacers-Hornets, have one for the Celtics-Wizards, and I'll have a recap of the picks. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Come on, guys. It is free. We just passed 5,000 subscribers. Can't say thank you enough to everyone out there. We just passed 5,100. We keep growing and growing. COS to the moon. Speaking of COS, shout out to all of our all-stars out there. Put them right up on the screen. These guys are the real OGs, the people showing all their support to us. I really can't say it enough. If you want to become a COS all-star, get those extra perks, you can click the link down below, or you can click the join button on our channel. Let's get into it today. We're talking with our first pick, Pacers versus Hornets. Miles Bridges, over 18.5 points, we're taking it. And you're like, 18.5, that's a lot of points, but here is why. Miles has been someone that we haven't bet on a whole lot this season. I believe one time we did his PRA line and he finished 1 below. But if you look at his last recent games, I mean, he came off a 2-week absence. First game back, 30 points off the bench. Next game, 17 points. He shot 6 for 18 from the field. I would happily take that tonight if that's what he's going to go with. But you look at their last matchup, these two teams, the Pacers and Hornets, they played back on April 2nd. Bridges, 23 points coming off the bench. Bridges has hit this over in 5 of his last 8 games. His 3 misses were pretty poor shooting or really good defense, neither of which, you know, you're speaking of defense, Pacers, never heard of it. But you look at it, I do expect Brogdon to be back, so he won't be guarding Bridges. I don't really know who on the Pacers will be guarding Bridges. Put McDermott on him. Put O'Shea Brissett. Put whoever you want. I don't think they can stop Bridges in the paint. You look at the Pacers team, they have no rim protection. Absolutely none at all. I think Bridges can just drive and get to the paint at will. And let's talk about this matchup even more. If you look, I don't know if you want to consider Bridges a small forward or a power forward. Doesn't matter to me. Over the last 15 games, the Pacers have given up the 6th most points per game to opposing opposing small forwards at 25.43 points per game. As for the power forward position, over the last 15 games, even worse. They've given up the most points per game at 26.46 to power forwards. Whatever you want to chalk up Miles Bridges, I think he easily smashes this 18.5 point total. That's why he's my favorite bet in this Pacers-Hornets game, and I'm locking it in. Miles Bridges over 18.5 points. All right, now I'm going to put the same game parlay up on the screen. Maybe I'll put it right there. Boom. Plus 122 value. I'm taking Sabonis, a lot big Sabonis game, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He's been hitting that consistently. I think he gets it again tonight. Obviously, you know, we've talked about Bridges versus the matchup versus the Pacers. Sabonis versus the Hornets. Absolutely, they got no one. They have PJ Washington. Good luck with that. That's not going to work out too well. So we got those lines for Mr. Sabonis. Taking Terry Rozier, I think he can get us 15 points easily tonight. And Karis LeVert, a walking bucket, taking him 20-plus points tonight. Locking all 5 of those in, plus 122 value. I'm running with it. I like all those guys. And now let's talk about the spread. You got Pacers are 2.5 point favorites. And I'm going to roll with the Pacers, but I don't really have a good gauge. This is truly a coin flip. I really don't know who's going to win this game. If I had to pick a team, I'd go Pacers minus 2.5 just because they have more experience in the Hornets. I've seen LaMelo Ball. Some games he plays really well. Some games he doesn't play too well. Who knows? You know, you never know how many minutes he's going to play. Never know how many Devontae Graham is going to play. I always know I can count on Terry Rozier to play a lot of minutes and shoot a bunch, which is why he is in the same game parlay. But the one I'm more confident about, I won't make it an official play, but I take the under 226.5 points. This has trended really low. It is down. It was 229 when I went to bed. Now at 226.5. Unpopular playoff. I mean, I guess the line is trending down, but it's basically a playoff game. I think both these 2 teams will have a little jitters. They won't score a lot of points like they normally do. Pacers should have Brogdon back, which should help their defense a little bit. Pacers have not had any interest in playing defense for the last 2 to 3 weeks of the NBA season. Just a hunch. I'm not gonna. It's an official lean. I'm not making it an official play. I normally don't bet on spreads and over unders too much, but I would take the under 226.5 points. Moving on, we got Celtics versus Wizards. I'm taking Jason Tatum over 32.5 points. You're like 32.5? That's a whole lot of points. And yeah, I don't really care. You seen the Wizards play defense? Exactly. And you know, I saw this game. I saw Celtics versus Wizards was going to be the play-in game. I said I'm taking Tatum's points. I don't care what it is. And man, they made it a little high, but I don't really care. You look at the last 2 games in which he's played more than 23 minutes against this Wizards team. He's dropped 32 and 31 points. So you're like, awesome, that's still 2 unders. And sure, whatever, he didn't hit his over, but he's shown the ability to get right near that, and now we got a play-in game. You're talking about Brad Stevens, the Celtics coach. He always plays his starters big minutes, regardless. It could be the regular season. They're only playing a rotation of like 8 players. You think they're going to play even less in a play-in game? Absolutely not. He's not resting his stars, not resting his best player, Jason Tatum. You're looking at the Wizards defense, put Rui Hachimura on him. That's basically the only one that could even get close to matching up with him. The rest of them are... They got no chance stopping him. I think Tatum will just use some screens from Tristan Thompson. I don't know if Robert Williams is playing. Regardless, he'll use some screens. And then he'll just be going downhill at Alex Len, Daniel Gafford, Robin Lopez. Police is what I'm saying to you. I think Jason Tatum free. He lives in the lane all night. He gets free layups 24/7. And he's going to shoot 25+ times tonight with no Jaylen Brown. All you got is Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum. I don't think Marcus Smart will shoot a whole lot just because he'll likely be guarding Bradley Beal, and he'll have a whole lot to deal with on the other side of the ball. So I think Tatum's going to light it up. And say what you want about him, but usually when the lights get bright, he turns it on, and we're taking it. Jason Tatum, over 32.5 points. My same game parlay, plus 165. Boom, put it right there. Kemba, 20+ points tonight. I think he can get us 20+. Smart, 4+ assists. Marcus Smart's been doing pretty well at assisting. And Tatum, 25+ points. I think he easily cashes that. And then we got Westbrook, basically a triple-double. 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He's going to play big minutes, probably 40+ minutes tonight. And I'm locking it in. We're taking that, plus 165. My leans, I'm going to take Celtics, minus 2.5. Like I said, I'm not going to count these as official plays, which is why you want to see the official plays. They'll be right after this section. But... you know, everyone wants to bet the Wizards just because they're the hot team. But if you looked at who the Wizards have played recently, it's not been a whole lot of great competition. You got a lot of games against the Cavs, Pistons, and Raptors, all pretty bottom-tier teams. And I think I'm taking the Celtics at home. I think they can get it done. I think Tatum leads them to a 7th seed. Although, I'd argue that an 8th seed is much more enticing. But I don't know if anyone wants to tank like the Blazers did in the final, or no, like the Nuggets in the final game, or the Clippers have been doing. I don't think you want to do that in a play-in game. Then it just takes one bad performance I guess they'll play today, so they'll play in 2 days. I'd lean the Celtics, and then the over-under, I'd take the over 233 points. Like I said, it's kind of different than the Pacers-Hornets game. This is the Wizards team. They don't know how to play defense. They can't even try. That you look at these two teams, Celtics can score at will. You've seen them score a lot of points against a team like the Blazers who haven't played a lot of defense. This is more or less a playoff game. I think the Celtics can get us 120+ points tonight, and I think the Wizards can match that and score a lot of points as well. I would take the over 233 points, but I won't make that an official play. Let's recap our official plays. We're talking Miles Bridges over 18.5 points, Jason Tatum over 32.5 points, and then my 2 same-game parlays, which I'll put up right here on the screen one more time. Those are my 4 plays of the day, 4 units on them, and I think we can go 4-0 and cash out big in these games. Shout out to all you guys for being part of the channel. Shout out to everyone out there. If you're new, smash that subscribe button. Click that like button too. Why not? Who says no? It's same game parlay season, and we're back at it. We'll be back tomorrow for some more play-in games. We're going to be talking about the Warriors versus the Lakers, and we'll be talking about the other matchup, the Grizzlies versus the San Antonio Spurs. So watch out for that. We'll be back tomorrow. Check out Logan's video. I'll link it on the screen right here. You know you want to check it out. He's been doing pretty well, 4-2 yesterday in the MLB. So go check him out. Thanks again for all your guys' support. It really means a lot. If you want to become a COS All-Star, do that. Click the link in the description down below. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Let's make some money tonight. Peace.